What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Neostarling, and I am back here with another podcast. I saw an interesting video today while I was at the gym, and this is a little bit more diametrically opposed to how I am personally, but I felt that I sort of resonated with this in a way, and I'm going to explain it. Maximilian Dood, he is a pretty famous, I would say, YouTuber and Twitch streamer at this point. He's done a lot of awesome videos, a lot of awesome series. I remember I got into his videos years ago when he did the entire Assist Me series with the Marvel vs. Capcom 3, which is funny because I actually learned a lot of my combos just from watching that. But with that said, he made a pretty heartfelt video today, in my opinion. At least I thought it was heartfelt. I was at the gym listening to this, and he was talking about how streaming has ruined him. Now, what does he mean by that? I'll elaborate. He was basically stating that he has gotten to a point, because gaming is his job, that now that he streams, he has to stream and play video games with people for him to get like full enjoyment out of it. So if he tries to enjoy a video game by himself, he kind of just doesn't have it in him. Not to say that he won't ever, you know, it's different. It's his job. You got to remember at the end of the day that this is a profession that he's doing. But I found it really interesting because I sort of have the opposite effect of that. I had been streaming for a couple of years now, and mind you, we are in different like echelons. He is at a much higher, more significant level on his craft than what I am. I've noticed, and I've told this to my friends along the way, that I feel that streaming has affected my ability to just enjoy a video game by myself. And what do I mean by that? I'll explain it. So basically, I used to be able to just sit down and play a video game for hours and just enjoy it for the sake of me liking the game, you know? But when I started attempting to stream on Twitch, it got to a point where if people weren't watching, it kind of just got boring to play the game, you know, because I felt like if no one's watching my channel, I might as well play this by myself. Like, why am I playing this in front of a empty audience? Essentially, that's like you going to a movie theater and watching a movie by yourself. And some people might enjoy that, and that's awesome. But again, we're very diametrically opposed when it comes to that, because he is coming from a different avenue of reality. Because once more, because he has such a large following, he has that constant stream of entertainment. When he's streaming a video game, he has thousands of people coming into his chat, playing along with him, you know, just chatting it up among each other. And mind you, it's difficult to keep up with chats when they're that large, because I've gotten a stream where I have like 10 or 15 people talking, and I find it difficult, honestly, to keep up with them and play a video game. But he, you know, he had gotten a copy of Elden Ring, like a review copy, and he can't play it on stream yet because, you know, obviously there are certain like embargo rules that he has to follow, things of that nature. If you've ever reviewed a video game, when you're sent an early release copy, typically you can't stream it right away because the game hasn't been released, and you can be penalized for that. So he has to play the video game on his own and not enjoy it with the rest of the crowd, which he likes doing. Again, I have that opposite problem. It's more fatigue, you know, it's gaming fatigue. Now the question is gaming fatigue a real thing? Does it exist? Can you play a game to a point, or not a game, but a series of video games to the point where it's no longer fun for you? Why is it no longer fun? For me, again, a large chunk of it had partially because of my lack of success, because I can guarantee you anytime I've streamed and a lot of people have gotten on, I have a great time. I could stream for hours and not even notice how long I'm playing. My longest hour, I had streamed about 9 hours. It was on October during like Halloween month a couple of years ago, and I had like 40 plus people in the stream, and I got like 60 followers that day. I remember it was probably my most successful stream ever. And I remember just being on cloud 9, and I was streaming for 9, almost 10 hours just because I was constantly being engaged. And it's really interesting, you know? So again, I have the opposite problem, but I was also able to resonate with him in a way too, because I kind of feel his pain. I feel like I'd be the same way, you know, if I had this large community. And granted, you know, you can sit here and say, oh, boo-hoo, first world problems, right? But you know, not every problem is life-threatening, but they're still your problems. These are still issues that on a day-to-day basis you have to wake up and deal with. And when it comes to your motivation, I think it's a very serious thing that people should take a little more seriously. If you no longer feel motivated doing what brings you joy, then that's something that you have to sort of do a little introspection and really sit down with yourself and ask yourself, why is it that I feel this way? And again, for me, I've noticed that I've gotten to a point where I enjoy recording content more than I do streaming it online, especially if it's on deaf ears. You know, some streamers will come out the gate blasting and they'll find like instant popularity somehow, miraculously, even luck. A good chunk of the time it's luck. And you know, you also got to apply some skill to that and personality. Now, you'll have streamers that have been streaming forever like me, and we haven't really realistically gotten anywhere. You know, I've had small successes, but if I can be completely honest, I haven't really done much. So it took some joy away from me wanting to play a video game on a stream, because if no one's watching, then again, why am I not just playing this game offline? So I started doing that. Some of the reviews that I've done on my channel, I just stream them offline and I record the footage. I'll write a script, or I'll just speak from the dome depending on the situation. I'll provide you all with a video, or I'll do a tutorial, or I'll just do a podcast episode like this where I just speak my thoughts. To Maximilian, much respect, by the way. I got like a ton of respect for this dude. I really do, all jokes aside. I've enjoyed his work for years, and you know, even though he's a pretty big deal by today's standards, and you know, us mere mortals are just watching him, it's still really interesting to see the psychological effect that having an audience can have on the individual, you know, because what does it profit you? You know, at one point you were able to sit down and just play a video game for the simple joy of playing it, and you could have played for hours. You know, that moment when you were a child and you went to like video rental store back in the day, you know, when that was a thing, and you'd rent a game and you brought it home and you just played it for hours. There was no camera on you. There was no bright shiny lights. There was no fancy microphone. It was just you and the game, and you were one-on-one, and your mission was to best this video game in the shorted amount of time that you had. With that said, Maximilian, I definitely resonated with that, but in an opposite way. It's kind of strange. And it's not to say that I've given up on streaming completely. I actually haven't. For now, it's not necessarily a priority, because you know, real life happens. You get older, you have to work, you have to pay bills, you know, you have other responsibilities. Sometimes you just don't have it like that. You know, some people are fortunate and some people blow up and some just don't. And just because you haven't doesn't mean you never will, nor does it mean that you should ever stop trying. I think it's important to just sort of go all in and go all out on what you feel makes you feel good. For example, I just did a 10-hour shift at work, and then I went to the gym afterwards. I got some food, and I just plugged up my little setup here real quick in my bedroom just to talk to all of you, because I found it relevant and I thought that it would be an interesting topic to speak on. You know, how do the people on the other side of the aisle, on the other side of the grass, see or view his perspective? And not that I ever expect him to see this. He probably won't, or you know, somebody might like share it with him. It doesn't really make a difference. But all I have to say is, dude, it doesn't hurt once in a while just to like play a game on your own. You might enjoy that comfort of not having to perform and just sitting down and enjoying the game for the very sake of just enjoying it. That you know, childhood memory, you know, it just sort of comes back to you and you just enjoy it for the sake of it being what it is. The game. It's you versus the game. And you know what? When Elden Ring comes out, everyone's gonna watch your stream. So it's all good, right? Again, I really did resonate with that, even though strangely, because when someone resonates, it's not because it's the opposite. It's usually because you feel the same emotion. But you can, and it is very possible to have opposite feelings that are sort of put together. It's really strange. But with that said, that's pretty much it. I just really wanted to get out here and put some thoughts out there. I want to create more content, and I want to get more messages out across to people. I'm going to be doing a series of different types of videos, and yeah, let's see what happens, man. But when Elden Ring comes out, I will play it. I'll be playing it. I love Souls games. Yeah, anyway, you guys are all awesome, and don't ever let anyone tell you different. And don't forget the simple joys you had in life before a different world came and took it away from you. And with that said, deuces.